Hi there. So this video is all about 4 freebies. And what's so great about these is they can be used in person or in distance learning or in some kind of hybrid situation. So check out these 4 freebies. So, the first freebie is the podcast preview. And the way that I've most often used this is I have provided it to students who finish projects or tests or other classwork before their classmates. And I allow them to pick a podcast of their choice that is still related to business content or personal finance or their future in some way. So I provide them a choice. I give them a podcast preview, and then they stay engaged in class content while their other classmates finish up their projects and whatnot. But the way that I've used it most recently is I've used it as part of the business choice board for distance learning. So it works in both situations. More on that in a minute. Now, the way that I provide choice for my students is I provide them with this pick a podcast. And what this is, again, it's also a free download. It is a PDF that has links embedded. So students can go ahead and click on those little thumbnails and take them to these various podcasts. So this pairs really, really well with the podcast preview. So that's freebie 1 and freebie 2. Freebie 3 is very similar in that it is a listening guide or a watching guide. And this is to be used with TED Talks related to business. So when you download this, you get a teacher directions file in addition to the PDF and the Google Slides and the PowerPoint versions of what you see here. But you also get a teacher's directions file, and that gives you a link to a bunch of different TED Talks about business. So this one, just like with the podcast preview, this one works really well on the distance learning choice board. And the distance learning choice board happens to be our 4th freebie. So this is something I created when we went distance learning in March of 2020, and I made it fully editable. So you are welcome to edit it to meet your needs. The free download for this also includes a spreadsheet for grading. There are other videos that talk about this in much detail. I will link those below so you can check them out. There's a whole playlist for it. Even though this choice board was created specifically for distance learning, I plan on using it when we get back to face-to-face learning as well. I plan on using it similar to how I was using the podcast preview. So I really like providing choice for my students, and I really like giving them content related things to do even if they finish other class related stuff. And I think providing that choice really makes it feel less like busy work and more like further learning. And so I plan on providing this choice board as a quote unquote go on activity. And I will give students the opportunity, whether they want to listen to a podcast or a TED Talk or some other business related activity, they can continue their engaged learning in business content while they wait for their classmates to be ready to move on. Also, awesome for a subplan. It's ready to go for any time that you need quick subplans. And if you're interested in all of the resources that I included in my business choice board for distance learning, I've made a bundle. Again, there's a video that describes all of this, but this bundle includes a ton of freebies. It also includes some things that were already in my store that weren't freebies. And so if you want to purchase the bundle, you can, and I will link that below as well. But there are 4 freebies to check out. Again, they work in distance learning and face-to-face settings. So I highly recommend grabbing them. They are free. The podcast preview, the pick a podcast, which goes really well with the podcast preview, the TED Talks about business, and then the business choice board for distance learning. Again, there's lots of videos that you can explore that. So I hope you find this helpful. I hope that you use these freebies. They are there for the download. So go get them, and good luck to you and your students in this uncertain time between face-to-face and distance learning. I hope you guys do your best to make it work. I know it's rough, but good luck. Thanks for watching.